So this is about Sagger firing in a raku kiln, and a Sagger is a container for a piece that is fired inside a kiln. And so the Sagger, traditional Sagger, was a ceramic pot that a glazed piece would be placed inside of and covered to protect the glaze from the falling ash from the wood that would be used to fire the kiln. But today, our Sagger is made of aluminum foil to not protect the piece from wood ash, but to enclose the burning chemicals and materials that we're going to place inside the foil and then put inside the raku kiln. So this is called aluminum foil Sagger raku. So I have a bisque fired pot. It's very important that our pieces are bisque fired. And I'm going to apply soluble forms of metals. And I'm going to start with ferric chloride. And this is a very dangerous material. It's poisonous, it's corrosive, it's used to etch copper circuit boards. And so you want to take care in using this. If you get any on your skin, you want to immediately wash it off. It can cause skin irritation, feeling like a burn on your skin. So you may want to wear rubber gloves. You may want to wear goggles when you are using it. So you want to apply 1 to 2 coats of the ferric chloride to your bisqued piece. The ferric chloride is a soluble form of iron, and we want to use soluble forms of our colorants because there's no glaze involved in Sagger firing. We want the colorants to soak into the pores of the piece. And if we, for instance, just took iron oxide and mixed it with water and applied it, it would not soak in, it would sit on the surface and would rub off after it was fired. So this is why we're using ferric chloride. And it's going to give us deep burgundy colors, sometimes oranges, and it interacts with the other materials that we're going to apply as well. We don't know exactly what colors we get. Each time is different. All right, so I've applied the ferric chloride, and while that is being absorbed, I'm going to prepare the aluminum foil. So I'm going to have 2 layers of aluminum foil, enough to completely surround the piece to enclose all of the fumes from the burning materials so that they're held tightly against the surface of the pot. So I'm going to apply a little bit, small amount of Elmer's glue. Don't want to use too much because the glue will burn and will turn the piece black. So I am using my plastic glove to spread the glue across the surface. Spread it out real thin. And then apply a little bit of Miracle-Gro plant fertilizer. So Miracle-Gro, if you look on the ingredients, among other things, it contains copper sulfate. So it's a soluble form of copper, which will be another colorant that gives us reds and burgundy colors. And so I'm sprinkling the dry Miracle-Gro onto the glue, which will hold it in place when I wrap the foil around the piece. And then finally, I'm going to add a little bit of sodium chloride, a little bit of ice cream salt as well. And this is going to add some variation to what the iron and the copper do. And then for an addition, I have some copper foil and some copper wire. And so I'm going to take a little bit of this foil and lay it on the foil, and the copper wire I'm going to wrap around the pot, and it's going to make a, wherever it's in contact with the surface of the piece, it's going to make a black line. So you could do some decorative things with the wire, like a spiral. Put that on like that, and then bring the foil, both layers of foil, and crunch it down so that everything is being held tightly against the pot. And now we put it in the kiln and get it hot. Are you recording? So we have our Sagger fired piece right here. You can see the foil is pretty much broken down completely. Some color developing. Some of the red tones we're getting there, and the shiny spots are from the salt. And then we can see this piece of copper foil that wrapped around the middle. So all of this stuff will rub off, this crusty residue will come off when the piece cools down. So you see we've got some nice reddish colors in this area.